I shall now be talking about the different course resources I am going to use. First thing is, in the course, I am going to do a lot of coding as well as I'll be using a lot of data. For every code or data that is used by me, I shall make it available as a PDF file, but sometimes PDF files do not get correctly or do not work correctly when you cut and paste them or copy and paste them. So I may also provide a link as a text file. Then next thing is, the next thing is what I'm going to do here is, as we are going to do a lot of programming, the CodeBlocks IDE shall be used for demonstrating the code. So all the code I'll be typing will be shown in the CodeBlocks integrated development environment. But having said that, due to the exceptional situation caused by COVID, I would be doing a lot of the demonstration using the online GDB C compiler, so that most of you using your smartphone are able to run the code online. Then if you want to access the online GDB compiler, I would suggest go ahead and take a look at this link. If you go and take a look at this link, then on the right hand side it gives you an option to select which language you're going to do. Select C language and then just take a look at it. I'm going to show you a demo how you can search for that online GDB compiler, how you can type in a sample code, how you can execute, and how you can get the output. Now, as we're doing the program, or as we're continuing the course, I will be giving you an idea about number of resources I'm going to use. So it may be some different book I'm using, it may be some different interesting website I may be using, or it may be some interesting article I encounter. I will make it sure that you take a look at it. Now, if you're going to use a PC or a laptop at home, I'll try to give you the basic requirement or the basic hardware requirement. So if your computer is running Microsoft Windows, Linux or Mac operating system, please ensure that it has at least 2 GB of RAM so that CodeBlocks is able to run comfortably on it. Or if you are using a mobile phone, be sure you have web access. Most of the smartphones, in fact all the smartphones, have web access so that you are able to use the online GDB compiler. Now, one of the important things in this particular course is I am absolutely not assuming any prior programming knowledge. It's neither assumed nor expected. In fact, as I look at the comments so far, as we have been solving problems using algorithms, I have seen people with past programming experience, in fact, has not been the right programming experience. They have learned a lot of things incorrectly, and I see them doing that in the assignments too. So it is in fact good if you don't have any programming experience, because you're going to start from a fresh slate and you're going to do much better, in my opinion. Those of you have learned before in school, a simple suggestion for you: just forget whatever you have learned and assume you're learning from scratch, because most of what you have learned is not really done in a correct way, or done per standards, or done as expectations required in a professional course. Now we'll be using, or the syllabus recommends, a few books. If you are in BCA, the books may be different. If you are in MCA, the books used may be different, but broadly you can stick with some of the books I am recommending. This is the syllabus which is being followed by the BTech course. So the simplest book is, you can take a look at Programming in ANSI C by Balaguru Swamy. The publisher is McGraw-Hill. The language is very simple. So based on what I teach, it would be a good idea just to go and take a look at the book, so your concepts will get reinforced and your learning is complete. Although most of your learning is definitely going to be complete when I am doing the lectures. Let Us See is another famous book by Yashwant Kanetkar, because it's got nice problems to clarify your concepts at the end of the chapter, so you can take a look at that too. But the industry standard book is really the C programming language by Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie. This is simply the Bible of C language, for the simple reason that these are the people who have developed the C language And who better than them to give us an idea about the C language? So this is possibly the book you should be referring once you have really learnt C. So don't try to take a look at this book at the beginning, because you're not going to understand much of it, because it assumes you know a certain level of programming. So once you are done C and you think you really know C, then you read this book. Every word has meaning, every line has extra meaning, and it is simply by far the best programming book you will ever encounter. Then there are something called library functions. There's a lot of parts of C. If you want a printed reference, you can get this one, the C Complete Reference by Herbert Shield. But nowadays with the internet, you just type in the keyword, everything is available. So I'm not sure how useful this is going to be really for you. But if there's one book I would suggest you buy for your life, I would say buy the C Programming Language by Kernighan and Ritchie once you complete this course. Because once you go to the industry or in the interview, if they ask you which book you have read, if you tell them that you have read this book, then your way they look at you, assuming you have really read it, is going to be very different, and you're regarded in a very high level, because this is the industry standard. Then I'd like to give you one final piece of advice or opinion. If you're watching on the mobile phone, which I believe 60 to 70% for good reasons watch on the mobile phone, please do not watch these lectures in the portrait mode. Watch them in the landscape mode, because this is shot using the 16:9 aspect ratio. So if you watch it in this landscape mode, you will be able to watch the videos as though you're watching it on a laptop or a PC. You will get the best viewing of your videos provided you watch it in the landscape mode. So a humble request on my behalf is, on mobile devices, please watch the videos on landscape mode. With that, I would like to say goodbye to you.